Hello everybody, this is Joebles here, and welcome to Let's Play Endless Legend Tempest. Tempest is the latest expansion for Endless Legend. It came out, I think when this is going to go up, it came out 2 weeks ago? Don't hold me to that. Anyway, but we're going to dive right in here. We're going to be playing as the new faction, the Morgawr, that were just added. They are a sea-based faction, because this expansion focused heavily on the seas and revamping sort of how the oceans work and adding naval combat and a lot of other stuff. It's really cool. It's really exciting. I'm gonna do a small game, 4 total empires, so 3 opponents. We're gonna do serious because it's been a little while since I've dived deep back into Endless Legend. We're just gonna go with 4 continents. So we've got a fair amount of ocean and everything else sort of normal settings there. We've got unique, and something else was added with the patch that came into the expansion. We can now have unique random factions, which is nice, so you're not going to get any duplicates. Which means we're not going to see a Morgawr enemy, because it counts the player as well. But let's see, so we're serious, small, 4 continents. Alright, let's go ahead and give this a go. I'm just going to cut this out. There's really no reason that this loading screen's got to be in there, so that's going to be a thing. Make sure that it go a little over 20 minutes then.
Luckily for Auriga, they sleep. We didn't understand them. Didn't even know where they came from. We couldn't control them. So in desperation, we contained them. What if they break free? With that power, hatred, and paranoia? Then Auriga will weep. As she has never wept before, dared enough to fill the salt seas.
Well, isn't that something? Okay, so here we are. Let's see. So why don't we take a quick look over the Morgawr's actual bonuses, because I didn't do that before we launched. So let's start. Their main trait is Neptunian. You get free disembark, and you get better transport ships. And it is unlocked when you have the shipyard technology, which we get unlocked by default, which is amazing, which means we can go straight to the oceans. Cat's Paw lets you take control of roaming armies by spending influence. This does come with a hefty per turn gold, or dust cost, rather. So it's best not to hang on to them for very long unless you have a lot of money. Hydrophilic makes them just much better on sea or river terrain. They can't get roads, which is kind of a problem, but you can get cargo docks earlier for sea routes. They're able to turn a pacified village hostile again by spending influence. And they have a unique diplomatic option called the Black Spot, which basically targets an enemy empire. It's applied kind of like the roving clans market ban. You spend influence, and they can spend influence to shed it. But it lets anyone attack them, and they get bonus dust for attacking the empire with the Black Spot. So it lets you muck with enemy alliances. The Morgawr kind of have a puppet master theme going on. There's some similarities to their gameplay with the cultists into how they rely on minor factions, but we'll get into that as we go on. So as you can see, we've got, if you notice, we have amazing resource production on the seas. Each tile's with 7 total resources, which is outstanding, which means we're probably going to want to settle here. 8, 15, 11, 10, that's pretty good. It's a little bit more balanced in food there. But I really value production. Super super much in the early game. This also gets us a river tile, which is a bonus. And I'm not seeing any anomalies. We'll send our units out. Take a look at these guys in a little bit, but these are our land units. The only land unit we get from our faction, called the Mastermind. I'll take a look at these in a second. Another bonus that's wonderful is we get a huge movement boost on rivers. Every river only costs a quarter of a movement point. So you basically have quadrupled movement on rivers, which is quite good. So we have no anomalies at all. Wait, there's one right here, right in the middle, that we do not want. Because there's no, we need to be by the sea. This is very important. So I think that I'm going to take my settler, bring my hero out there, and I'm gonna found city right here. It doesn't mean we're limited in our options on which way we can go, sort of, with expansion, but that's okay. So you can see we have a pretty huge, significant amount of like science and production, just because of, and dust, all of it, just because of these very good sea tiles. I'm gonna go with the Founders Memorial. Probably going to leave this guy on food, maybe. Let's see. I'm going to go with Language Square first. It'll make sense later. We're going to go Language Square into Mail Foundry for that delicious production bonus. Will this? Yes. We're going to want to do that. I don't think I need it both turns, do I? 24? No, I'm not going to need it both turns. So we'll leave it on food for this first turn. Let's send our hero out. Do exploring. Did I just not? Oh no, that's glass steel. Okay. If you notice these little bits, little drawn bits here on the strategic view, they represent weather conditions, which is another new thing they added in Tempest. Essentially, on the oceans, you'll find different weather patterns that can have beneficial or detrimental effects on your units, usually if you end the turn there. For example, rain, on a world effect, if you leave your army there, it's got a 50% increased upkeep. And if you're on a rain square in battle, you get a -3 morale. So it makes positioning your armies on the sea very, very important. Move on. So we don't have a Draken player. We did not get contacted. Our first quest. Basically, we have to research our first unit technology, and we have to be exploiting a sea tile, of which we're exploiting several. I'll scroll through this if you all want to pause and read it. Alright. So, let me see. I'm going to get Language Square next turn, so I'm going to keep one of the Masterminds nearby. You can go back over here, just so we have a guy ready. Yep. They've also added sea ruins. So there we get to dive. It eats all of your movement for the turn, but sometimes you get some really good rewards. For example, we just got a technology, which actually is not great because that messes up our timing on this. So we're going to be a couple extra turns away from Language Square, which is unfortunate. That's okay. We'll cope. Is there a storm on that? I think there might have been a lightning storm on that tile, which means we lost half our health, but there's plenty of time for this. We're not going to see any combat with this hero for a while, so. And we found our first sea base. These are staffed by Fomorians, which are these little kind of cybernetic watcher-looking fellows. And they control these sea fortresses, which act like sea-bound neutral villages. You can parlay with them, which I did not realize when I gave this my first little personal run-through. So you can get quests from them. The quests usually have pretty good rewards, better than the neutral faction quests, I think. And you can, once you get them, you get influence. I think it might show us. Yeah, you see this tile will produce 2 science, 1 influence. And then this tile, since it's a titanium facility, it will produce 1 titanium a turn for us, as well as a little bit of science and influence. So the sea facilities are very, very good to control, especially for the Morgawr. And we're going to have to keep that on science. That's okay. Nothing. And you're just going to... Actually, this will be good. Ooh, we have ice works nearby. That's good. It's going to be a little hard to take them on. We don't really have a strong land army, but... I guess you're just going to have to... You're going to sit there. So we can go ahead and parlay next turn. So we're 4 turns away from Mill Foundry, which is less than ideal because that means we're going to basically spend a few turns building a dust dredger. Yeah, we'll get our next citizen next turn though. Go ahead and embark and head down here for... You have to be able to move on to a sea ruins tile to dive into it, so we're not going to be able to do that this turn. That's okay. Go back here. We're going to parlay with you to fight a India village in Yarian. So probably not this one. It's going to be another one. We're probably not going to take care of that for a little while. We don't get good land units, like I said. This is one of the easier ones. You just have to end your turn on weather of several types. So we can go ahead and die here. The seaweed, for whatever reason, counts as weather. Oh, I see blue. I see blue up there. So we can go ahead and dive, get ourselves a little dust. We're going to get a population next turn, and we're going to get our, that thing. Founders Memorial? Oh my goodness. My brain is not working. Okay, so we've got several turns to Mill Foundry. How much can we cut that down? Just to 3? So we'll start on the dust filtration, which will give us a huge boost of gold. But we don't really need that right now. It'll be useful soon. I'd rather have the extra growth, I think. And dive there. Go see what these guys want. So we've done. I'm gonna pin this one, so we know we've ended on 1. Here's fog. Fog is nice because you can see out of it, but people can't see into it. It's kind of like a little stealth. So we got to repair the bathysphere. This is a Beatles reference, the yellow bathysphere. So we got to repair it by bringing it to the listening post in Atayu, which I don't know what region is Atayu yet. It's not this one. Maybe it's this one. You gonna tell me? Okay, so over that way. I don't know if we have to garrison it. We might have to. Broken bathysphere is not particularly good at doing things. We can go dubs on weather. We can stop in rain, and we can stop in fog over here, so that's good. Okay. We are apparently paying upkeep on that fucking thing, so that's unfortunate. We'll find enough gold through our ruins to not really have to worry about that. So we're 3 out of 4 there. We've got Jodis over there, Tetykes, which might be useful. We do need a good ranged unit. We basically have nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and dive here and end in the lightning, which will make our hero be lots of hurt, but that glass steel will actually be very useful. So let's look at, let me take a look at our units really quick here. So this is our hero, Iraku the second. Which means there's probably another one on the marketplace right now. So he's a support hero, so he's got the support skill tree. 3 range, fortification boost, and influence efficiency, which makes him a better faction leader, governor, than a general. It's not a particularly great general. The Morgawr heroes just aren't that good. They're okay spies. They've got the spying 3, so it's not as bad. Skill tree wise, they've got the support tree and the Morgawr tree. This buffs up your hero's transport ship, makes it pretty potent. This is really nice. It gives you a huge boost to approval when you've got a ocean city. This one boosts all transport ships in the army, including their movement, which is good for moving around the ocean. Gives you invisibility detection, a gigantic production boost to naval units, which is also very good. And finally, no negative effects on weather. The tree is pretty mediocre, in my opinion. I'm probably going to go Mariner, Cult of Tides, Shipbuilder, and then Inspirational Leader and Cold Operator. Make him an okay governor. Because the influence efficiency is nice, and the fortification boost is okay for defending in war. So we're going to go with that, and we're just going to leave him there. Let him burn. Okay, what do you want? What do you want from me? Colonize this region. Okay. I'm okay with that. I mean, we're probably going to do that anyway. I don't see a lot of... Let's see. I'm not seeing any great settling locations. We don't have any like sea anomalies, but like we could settle here to be okay. Or maybe up here. Probably over here for that, so we get the extra food. But we'll think about that pretty soon. I like to expand pretty quick with these guys. Okay, so if I parlay, does this get... Oh, there's red too. Alright, so 2 turns to the mill foundry. Can we speed that up at all? No? Poopy. Yep, I knew that was going to happen, but that means we've got that fortress, which is fantastic. Which means we're getting a little titanium per turn, we're getting some extra science, and we're getting a bunch of extra influence, which is very good. This is a very influence-dependent faction. We can also swap this, or can we get this done in 1 turn? No. We'll do that, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Why don't we go down here? Give him 40 dust, or 50 dust, that's easy. Oh, and we just have to wait. That's even better. This is another easy one. You just wait 6 turns, and you get a thing. Very, very nice. Alright. Alright, Bathysphere. What do we do with you? Wait 2 turns, and we get the Bathysphere and the control of the fortress, which is awesome. And we're not paying fucking maintenance on it anymore, so even better. There's so many ruins around. I'm good with that, though. I'll go over there, get that ruin. Let's see. Mill Foundry's done, thank God. So we get Mill Foundry. We get in 3 turns, which is okay. It's not great. So we really need food, it looks like, more than anything. So I'm probably going to go cultivation. Oh, wait, actually, you know what? We're going to go Vor to get our quest going, and then cultivation. I think that's the proper build. Vors are very useful. They're very good for taking fortresses early that you can't really... that are stubborn for questing. Is there lightning on this? Yeah, there's lightning on that. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna make that mistake a second time. It could be really bad later on. These are just little ruins, all in the Arctic line. More dust, which I'm always happy to have. Let's see. Come on, give me the thing. Oh, that should be easy. Is that with a hero? Do we have to do that with a hero? No, just normally. That's fine. So 3 turns to our Mill Foundry. That's good. Why don't we pin this one so we know? 6 turns we'll have this, which might give us... No, we have to get this one as well. That's okay. Once you hold all of the facilities in an ocean, you get control of it, and you get a bonus to your resources and material production. Their resource production. I said the same thing twice. You get a boost to your Fidzy and to whatever strategics that you're generating there. So we get a bathysphere, and we've got control of the fortress, which means we'll actually have this ocean in a few turns. So we got the bathysphere back. It's actually working now. Its sun, I don't really know what submersible does. Can we? I can't look at it, it looks like. Can I, like... I assume submersion is sea stealth. I haven't used a submersible before, but... Was there lightning there? The lightning? Let's go ahead and dive here. We'll take that little upkeep penalty. I guess we'll just use it to explore. I mean, hey, why not, right? You got here. What do you got for me? This is probably this is probably a trap. This definitely sounds like a trap. Maybe not this. Maybe we'll just kill them. Oh, we should parlay with these guys. We didn't actually get their quest. 50 dust. That's easy enough. 5 titanium, which we also have. Nope. Oh no. Oh dear. This is bad. Oh boy. I didn't read. I did not do the reading. Oh man. Oh man. This is funny. How do I keep it submerged? We're definitely gonna lose this. Yeah. Okay, well. That's okay. You know what, that's fine. We're cool. Is this one we have to bring it to? Did I... Oh, wow, all the way up there. Well, that's great. Onward and upward. Listen, I've never claimed to be perfect. Oh, 10 gold, that's good to have. Let's check these ruins. Grab them on our way. Right over there. Okay, well, with that resounding victory, I'm going to count it as a victory because now we're not paying upkeep on it anymore. So we're not paying for something we can't afford. Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm going to give this a cut here, guys. I'll catch you next time. So, you know, if you liked what you saw, give me a like, give me a subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys next time.